Hello everyone, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought since this is a 10-turn build, we weren't going to see too much big stuff. And I was proven wrong when we started finding out a lot of details regarding certain units and start positions, but nothing really made my jaw drop, much like this. Middenheim has a dedicated unique siege map, and I know that doesn't sound too exciting because sieges haven't been the best as of recent years, well, ever, but we know that we have a siege rework coming, and you need to see this. Well, Middenheim is one of the most important cities when it comes to Warhammer Fantasy lore, and especially the end times. This is basically where the final battle is, and good lord, when I saw it on stream, I was absolutely shocked. We have a nice compact city with a really cool background. We'll get to that a little bit later, but it's built incredibly well. Multi-layers, as you can see, there's different areas, and just like there are bridges going over. We've been kind of used to that thanks to like the Grand Cafe maps, but the just general layout is phenomenal. 3 entry points to attack, mostly through the focus of the two sides and the bridge, and then a load of different areas to fight on. You can even sally out because the enemy will take a few seconds to get to you and you can push into them. Obviously this battle isn't going to be the most amazing because it's just a basic prey herd attacking, but this is exactly what I wanted from siege maps. When they announced Warhammer 3 and said that we were going to get a massive siege overhaul and stuff, this is what I was expecting. Cities like this. It actually looks the part. This looks like Middenheim. My jaw dropped on stream when I saw this for the first time, and I think one of my first things to do was message one of the influencer managers and just say like, oh my god, this map is incredible. I love siege maps, and I want sieges to do really well for Total War. I feel like it's a massive, important thing, especially for Warhammer 3. None of the maps have really shocked me as much as this one has. You can tell a lot of attention and love has been put into the construction of the map, even just for the background stuff, like the Temple of Ulrich is there, and there's just so much going on. It looks, well, just huge. And as we know from lore, Middenheim is one of the largest cities. We don't have a lot of unique maps when it comes to Total War Warhammer. I mean, there's like stuff like Toy of Rest, but this is just so much better. So much better. So while the map itself, well, the defenses are quite compact, you do have a decent amount of breathing room. Obviously, this is not a city built for cavalry, it's built for melee combat. And this is obviously something that makes a lot of sense, considering that Middenheim and, well, just in general, Boris Stradbringer's faction is going to focus quite heavily on melee. You've got a lot of twists and turns to hold them down and hit them as hard as you want, but there's more to it. So there are a few defensive areas for walls, you know, just like the pop-ups and stuff, and even the towers. And one of the things that siege maps have always done wrong is the tower positioning. It's always been kind of weird in that regard where they don't really hit stuff, and there's a lot more chance of the tower missing or smacking onto terrain than actually hitting a unit. Now, we don't have any information from Creative Assembly, so we don't know if there's more maps like this. I really hope so, because wow. There probably is one or two at least, because they need to do like the high points, but I'd love to see more capitals getting unique maps. It'd be absolutely incredible if we started to see that. I mean, we've got a siege rework coming. Maybe that's something that they've got in mind. Who knows? Because really, we've not heard a lot about it, but that's after Lords of the End Times, and we should really think about this. But this gives me a lot of hope that we might start to see some changes. One of the biggest issues with sieges, of course, is the fact that there's not a lot of variety when it comes to, well, any faction. I think the Tomb Kings have like 1 or 2. This, even just for a capital city, where we won't see this map in other locations, it's going to help out. It's going to really allow for a visual distinction, and it's going to be better on the eyes overall. Nobody likes doing the same battle map over and over. I really do hope that there's a big battle linked here too. Who knows what they've got plans for like Archeon and stuff, but like there is a big battle for just Midland in general. It would have been cool to see a survival battle in this map, I think. Maybe that's what they've got planned. Again, I know nothing. But the moment I saw this map, I just kind of remembered that whole Warcraft 3 battle, you know, the Battle of Mount Hyjal, where you've got like multiple armies protecting against like hordes and hordes of chaos. That would be kind of cool. Honestly, were Warhammer 3 like this, if we had siege maps of this quality, I feel like things would have been a lot better rather than just a metric ton of fixes and stuff that really doesn't fix the issues. And obviously, there could still be some issues here. We don't know how the pathfinding is going to be completely until we can see large armies attack it and the rest. But even just the visual distinction helps. This is why I like mods like FSF Rangers or even GCCM. It helps. There have been times when I'm fighting in the Empire or in Bretonnia and seeing the same map over and over does actually frustrate me because I like to play the battles. I feel like battles are such an important part of Total War, and I shouldn't feel the need of, well, auto-resolving. I don't want to see maps taken away too, like what happened with the minor settlements. I would love to see this. Sure, it's one map within the Empire now, one unique map, but it already adds to a massive visual distinction, which means that fighting at other major settlements like Hergig next door, Selzendmund, won't be as bad. Mind you, we do have like official representation of what Selzendmund looks like and Altdorf, and hey, if CA want to make a bunch of unique cities, that'd be kind of cool. This series has in fact made a lot of money, so maybe? Who knows in the future. I know I've basically been glazing CA for a lot of this video, but I think it's really important to talk about. Like, I'm not that interested in, say, for example, a devastation mechanic. They said that that's going to be a thing for the end times, and I understand why, but I'm interested in new maps, stuff that's actually going to change up my gameplay. As far as we're aware, the devastation mechanic is basically going to be what? I think from what they mentioned in one of the streams or blogs or whatever, the information drops have been quite inconsistent. There's going to be a lot of cosmetic stuff, so that stuff might not really affect you unless you're dealing with those areas, right? If it's like a lot of corruption, well, that's not going to be a lot. But here, fighting around the areas of the Empire, that's going to be noticeable. If I'm attacking Middenheim and I'm seeing a unique map, I'm seeing something really cool. This is definitely a very good step forward. It brings me hope that maybe hope is not lost here, and hopefully for Total War 40k and, well, Medieval 3. I want to see unique stuff because that's going to be a lot better for the game. We shouldn't have to rely on mods just for visual distinction. Which, yes, I consider siege maps to be a visual distinction, and that's really important for the sake of not going crazy, right? Again, Bretonnia, the same map over and over. It's not good. This makes me a little bit more hopeful for the Siege rework, so I'm really, really hoping that things go as well as it seems. There's a lot of people that's quite excited about, well, pretty much everything going on. The new units look very cool, obviously. Boris sounds great, and the mechanics seem pretty good overall from what I've been able to play. Obviously, keep in mind it's just 10 turns, so you don't really get that much of a feel. But this has made me a lot more excited for whatever is to come for the End Times DLC fully. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's start a bit of a discussion. I should have a few more coming out. I'm looking at the build as much as I can. I've got some old world stuff coming too, because I painted up the shaman that came with the Chaos Dragon. I'm really excited about that one. I think it looks good. It's going to be a proper painting video too, so let's see how that performs. But it's definitely very different, and I'm trying to have fun with the channel again. I'm trying to just do my own thing and enjoy myself. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye.